All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock, February 3rd, 2020. It's the Agricultural Commission meeting. And I would like to get the meeting started. First on the agenda would be to review the prior minutes of our last meeting.
I asked that everybody review them. I sent them out by email, and these are the hard copies.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone would want changed?
No, they looked good to me.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of November 19th, 2019.
I'd like to second it. All in favor?
aye.
Aye. Okay. The second item is an update on the status of the right to farm bylaw. I did, in December, I sent an email to the selectmen notifying them that we'd like to move forward on the right to farm bylaw. The next step, I believe, is it has to go before the planning board?
Yes.
Okay. I did reach out to Lorraine Carboni today. She didn't get back to me until after she was out of the office. So I don't have any information on when the next planning board meeting is, the steps that are involved to bring it forward to them.
Okay.
But I will be working with her tomorrow on that.
Okay, so hopefully we'll be able to go to the next planning board meeting.
Hope so.
Hope so, I
Yeah.
hope so too.
Yeah.
Great.
So. Hey, Crystal, the farmer's market. I see that you and Cindy did a lot of work.
Cindy and I have been very, very busy. We've also come up with like a lot of ideas, but the application, I think, other than changing a little bit of spelling here and there, I think we're all set.
I think it needs to say somewhere who you need to make the checks out to.
Well, that was,
But that's something you have to
this is
to
something
find out.
that we wanted to find out, like who exactly gets
Yes.
the payment.
Yes.
Okay.
Does it go to our bank account? Do we have to set something up through the town?
I mean, I think we have, it says here, members of the Lakeville Agricultural Commission and friends of the Agricultural Commission. There is no friends of the Lakeville Agricultural Commission. And I think a friends of the Lakeville Agricultural Commission is a unit that people have to have a membership in. Like you couldn't have friends of the Historical Commission or friends of the Cemetery Commission, but you can have like Cemetery Commission has poll, where we sell things, like we have Pale. And we have to find out if it's Pale, but I don't really think we can call it Friends of the AgCom, because
Okay.
I think that gets us into some trouble.
Okay.
Well,
And I think that's what we have to find out from the selectmen.
Well,
Because like
CPAC
friends of the library, friends of the COA, they're all memberships.
well, see, we have for CPAC, we have a Friends of the CPAC. And that's where we've been sending all of our money.
What does that stand for?
Special, you'd have to put me on the spot. Special Education Parents Advisory Council. So, and we do fundraisers and stuff, and that's a whole separate account that we have.
But are you sanctioned by the town? We're an actual town commission.
Well, see,
We're
now
appointed, so I mean, that puts us in a different category.
well, we are. We
Yeah.
are. But we had it, whereas now we're trying to set up another account with the town so that we can actually get money from the school committee. So there's like two separate. So I
Yes,
wasn't sure if we have to set up an account with the town, but then that means the town also has control of that money.
Yes, exactly.
So
Whereas
that's-
the Pale doesn't have control of the money, Pale has control of the money, not the town. And the Historical Commission, Pole has control of the money and not the town. So, I mean, I think that's something that
Right,
we have to
because-
really find out who's gonna be in charge of it.
Right, because our friends is, all of us that are on the CPAC, we have this, that's just the board, that's just us. And then if we wanted to put any money into the account, it would just have to make out the check and say to the school committee, here you go, here's the money.
Okay. Well,
So,
I mean, that's something we really have to be
Yeah.
careful about that way.
but if you go with the account with the town, then everything's covered. But the only
Exactly.
The only, shall I say, bad part is that the town has control of the money.
Exactly, but I mean, we want,
Right.
we have to, because we're gonna use the town insurance, and we're
Right.
using the town park. And we don't have our own budget.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah.
I hope we eventually get one, because it allows us to do things, like when we had the movie, we had to put up the money ourselves to do it.
Right.
We don't have very much money in our bank account right now. And what's the bank account listed under? The official name of our bank account is what?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know, we should find that out too.
I'll have to talk to Paul.
Yeah,
I know
and
his.
see exactly what the name of the bank
Right.
account that we have is.
Yeah.
So we know. I mean, I would like to see the AgCom in control of the money from the farmer's market, but I don't know if that's possible or not, because we're dealing with the park commission and their park, and we're using the town insurance, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work out.
Right. Well, I'll actually bring that up to Elaine
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow when I speak to her.
And I do think maybe since it's gonna be on the town property, maybe town council should have a look at the rules and regulations, so nobody can say, well,
You didn't say.
you didn't say this. I think
Yeah.
town council should have a look
Yeah,
at it, no
definitely.
matter how it goes. That's one of the questions here. I think so, just to protect us
Right.
all. You guys have done so much work on this, it's amazing.
That's actually a good idea. Make sure we have our bases covered.
Right, so then we're not missing anything.
We're not missing anything, and he
Right.
might have some ideas, well, you should say it this way.
Right.
And you need to say this to protect the town.
Right.
The rules and regulations are very, very clear what you say.
Right.
So I think the town council would say, well, this is very well done, or you need to change this little section
Right,
here.
right, change the wording here.
To protect everybody.
Right, absolutely.
But
And then the whole organic, that came up when Cindy and I were doing this, the whole, how it costs a lot of money to become organically certified.
it does.
If we just said people were using organic practices, would
Well-
that be, how are we gonna?
The vendors themselves would be doing their own advertising
Right.
and deciding on how they're going to display their food, their vegetables and their wares and so on. The question is though, who actually polices at a farmer's market if they're actually certified organic?
That's a
if they're
good
claiming to be.
question.
Well, Cindy thought of that. I told her I was gonna make her like a hat or something. And then we said, when everybody asked us our name, we were all gonna be Dave. Dave,
Yeah, really.
what's your name, Dave? She said we were going to go
I saw
out,
that somewhere in here
It is
about,
somewhere.
about organic things.
that we would go out and inspect. I don't know how well that would go over, of us showing up.
But I did read it in here this afternoon
Yes.
again, a second
If they're
time.
certified organic, aren't they,
Right.
don't they have certification?
They would, but if you're accepting people who are saying we use organic practices, just.
Yeah, I mean, to say you're certified organic, you have to be actually certified
You're
that you're
certified,
organic.
yes, you do.
To say you're using organic growing practices, you don't need a certification
Right, you
on that.
don't.
Right.
And most don't get that certification
Right,
because
because it's too
It's so-
expensive.
it's so
pricey.
expensive, it takes such a long time, and the whole, practice is kind of ridiculous. So, the only ones that can afford it are like the big, factory ag farms. So,
And then we had also talked about how are we going to get people?
vendors.
Like our initial, yes, how are we going to, I said, Joe, we can go knocking door to door. Hi, I'm Dave.
Nice.
Was Cindy going to approach some of the people whose names Karen gave us?
Yes,
from-
we were
from
gonna
Middleborough and
send,
start out
yes,
with-
we were
start
gonna
out with
send
them?
stuff out to them and say, yes. But how are we gonna basically to the people of Lakeville, how are we gonna? Then we also wanted to know if we could get the sign at the police station
That's a good idea.
to put up, say, okay, farmer's market on Saturday, whatever, June 10th.
And maybe the sign
Perfect.
down at the corner.
Right.
By the old town hall, maybe
Right.
too, because a lot of people go by that every
Right.
day. I was, oh, farmer's market Saturday, I'm going.
Get this beautiful new sign to work for us.
Exactly.
Yep. I can reach out to the New England homesteaders.
Yeah.
They had a page on Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook took it down because it had
And we need
animals
to
on
get a
it.
little section in
Oh,
that
yeah.
little booklet called Edible South Coast.
Right, and then there
Things like
were, right, we had talked about that and then joining a bunch of different things
Absolutely.
through the state where we could go and just, add ourselves to it. But it was just to grab the initial vendors, to
right.
people, say hello.
You ever been to the, it's like a farmer's market at Plimpton Tractor Supply? They have it every so often.
Yes,
It's huge. They have a lot
Yes.
of vendors. Those are members of the New England homesteaders.
yes, and oh God, what was his name?
Is it Chris?
Chris, yes,
Yeah, Chris Beto.
yeah,
Yep.
because he now works at the town of Plymouth.
Yeah,
He left
Your
it.
daughter works there, right?
my daughter's a manager. She just actually accepted a position at a new store that's opening up that's like a 45-minute drive away. She's a little nervous about it. She's happy where she's at, but it's a step up
With the same company?
with the same company with
Nice,
Tractor,
nice.
Tractor Supply.
What town is it in?
I don't
They're opening
remember.
up another one? Wow.
They're opening up a bunch, yeah, but it's off towards Boston.
Oh.
She says it's not even a farmer-type atmosphere, she says. So she doesn't know how it's gonna do.
It is amazing the difference in Tractor Farmer Supply when you go down south. They're like a supermarket down there. It's so packed,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
whereas most of these up here are much less, and they're making money.
Yeah, they are. All right, anything else on the farmer's market? What's the next steps? Besides, well, I'm gonna talk to Lorraine. I'm gonna give her a copy of the rules and regulations
Okay.
and see if she wants to have the town council look at
I
it.
think that's a very good idea.
Okay.
Have them go through it. I'm also gonna approach her on the collection of the money. Should it go into our own account? And then we reach out and we pay so much to the park commission
Right.
and whatnot, and cover the costs that way, or should it go to a town account?
I just had a question and I lost it. There you go.
Might that be something also you ask legal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the town council. They're the legal part of the town to take a look at it. I'm also gonna check the Wi-Fi, see if it reaches out far enough from the lodge out into where we're gonna have the farmer's market.
We had talked about the website,
Oh, yeah.
and because of course, I'm already, okay, we're gonna put this on here, the application on there, and everything will be taken care of, and we don't have to worry about anybody paying, because then people could just do it right on there. But the thing is to get Dave to build the website. Cindy and I volunteered you.
Nice.
Would that be the town's late website, or?
No, there'll probably have to be a website of our own.
A website of our own, but I'm sure we could link it to the town page,
I'm sure,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure.
And actually, Lorraine brought up creating our website too. I think they can probably get hold of some money to help us out with paying for the domain and that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
so. I'll bring that up to
Okay.
Lorraine Carboni tomorrow as well.
Right, and then eventually just put everything online, so like I said, so then we don't have to deal with anything like that. But like when people pay for the day, so if someone comes up to you and it's like they want to pay for that day, the $12, who's gonna handle the cash?
That's the thing.
And-
Most municipalities won't do cash now at
Yeah.
all.
Well, I have a little square, and I'm sure we could just use it for whenever and just, have people pay.
Okay. Best down on the website beforehand.
Yeah,
Yes,
but yeah.
And
I
have it
would-
set up to send us emails
Yeah.
when
yes.
we get,
Oh, that was the question I had. When do we start, shall I say soliciting people?
as soon as we get the final say.
Yeah, if the
Okay.
town council
Go to the
looks
town
at it.
council,
Right.
looks at-
Yeah,
And I think we'll probably have to meet up with the Park Commission one more time too,
I think so.
and just validate everything that we went through, we got done.
So they have it, they have all of this in writing as well, and they've seen what these ladies have done for
Right.
us.
Oh, and I had, I'm trying to figure out the exact wording. Cindy sent me another one. She is working on, because we said that maybe we could ask the selectmen for some money to start it out. So she's writing a letter to ask the selectmen if they would be willing to donate some of the town money to us so that we could start out.
I mean, I spoke
have
to
the
the
town.
town administrator before, and she said that we should actually go to the FinCom and say, no, we're a town commission, we don't have any budget. It's been really difficult for us to do anything because we don't have any seed money for any of the things that we want to do. And see if the FinCom would give us even a small budget to start out with,
Right.
so we have something.
Right.
Because the only money we have is the money that's in this account that we got the night of the movie, and that's not very much. And I think we all put the money in ourselves. So I think we need to maybe approach the finance committee and see.
Okay. All right, so we can make a letter that way instead?
Especially that's what the town administrator had told me before, when it was still Rita, she said, talk to the finance committee, because you don't have any money, you are a town
Okay.
board. We have nothing to lose, the worst I can do is say no, and
Right.
we're where we are now.
Right.
But we're trying to do something that the town is really behind. I mean, when we went to the selectmen's meeting, everybody thinks the farmer's market is a good idea.
Right.
We need to get up and running, and we don't have any funds to get going
Right.
with.
Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. All right, so I'm meeting with Lorraine tomorrow, so that works out well.
And let me know if you need any help with that, because I'm on,
Okay, no,
these ladies are working on farmer's market, I'm on the bylaw with you.
okay, all right, yeah. She was off hours, so she said she was gonna, when she gets to the office, she's gonna
Okay.
open our file,
Okay,
and then I'll reach out to you.
okay, sure, absolutely, I'll have a lot of time around, so
Okay, all
I
right, that
can run
works
down
out.
there and talk to her if we need that too.
All right, so that one's taken care of. Future meeting dates. So as you know, we have moved to Mondays. Make it a little easier for Jared to join us.
And he's here tonight.
It's not good tonight, yeah, I know. And unfortunately, after we established that we were going to Mondays and get the date to be here today, and Paul informed us that he can't make Mondays. So, but he's an alt, and Jared's, full-time member, so if we can get Jared and him more, hopefully that will work out, so. But I would like to, does it matter with any of you, whether it's the beginning part of the month, the middle of the month, or the end of the month?
The only
for
night meeting I
Mondays?
really have consistently is the third Wednesday, is historical commission.
Okay. That's the only reason why I haven't been pursuing to join the historical commission, is because it's on Wednesdays.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm on cemetery commission, but we meet in the morning,
Right,
so only historical commission would be an issue.
okay. All right, so I'll actually talk to Lorraine about that tomorrow too, and see if the first or the second Mondays of March and April are available. Isn't that crazy? March and April.
Yeah, I know it.
Boy, time's flying, huh?
So we're looking at the 1st or 2nd of March?
No, it would be the first or second Monday
Oh, Monday, okay.
of March, so it'd be like either the 2nd or the 9th. And I'll talk to her and see what is available. And then for April, the first and second Mondays of April is the 6th and the 13th. So I'll see what's available for those dates. And then I'll schedule, I'll reach out to you guys, let you know what the date is and
Okay.
schedule for the room here. Is there any other business? Any
Okay.
new business?
Yes, well, I passed those out, so it's an annual report, just to give us an idea of what they do. And they have their, by the way, they have their open farm day every third Saturday,
Oh, do they?
and it's very popular. And I know it's a little late, but, you know, there might be something to consider for us, you know, do it maybe twice a month or once a month, whatever, you know, but I just want to throw that out there for the farmer's market. But they do it once a month, and they have a packed house every third Saturday. But the difference with them also is they sell some of the stuff during the month too, from the farm.
It looks like it also do
How come you're not
functions,
in
huh?
this picture?
Pardon?
How come you're not in this picture?
I'm not in it. All I do is babysit the little one,
Oh,
and every now and then help out on the farm. I'm doing things for them, but I'm not really a member. My son and daughter are there.
oh, they do weddings too.
They do weddings, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful looking place.
And they have other events too. They're starting, the buildings are beautiful.
Wouldn't it be nice to have, for a
beautiful.
future goal to end up getting a farm
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be
Wouldn't
very
it?
nice.
and have it open to the public and, you know, maybe a community garden.
That would be nice.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome.
Well, I think we could take lessons from some of the cities for that.
Yeah, for the community garden,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's some great community gardens in Boston,
Oh, there
you know? Oh,
Now we just hope for a bank account that starts small.
July and August minutes for last year.
Yeah.
Do you happen to have them?
I don't know if I have them with me.
Oh, you can email them to me. I just gotta validate some information
Okay,
on attendance. Any other new business?
No, I was working on the, what was I gonna say?
That's September.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And Cindy started working on it too, and we were like, what should we put
thank you. Do you need it back?
for a little symbol? What's another word for a symbol? Thank you.
A voice from the past.
You're right, thank
Okay,
goodness
8 is
he's there to
August,
help
right?
me.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I was working on the logo to see what we could do.
Didn't we have July off?
I was looking at a whole bunch of different other,
Probably.
like,
6 is
people, and they
June.
had chickens, and then they had vegetables, and then they had, so I didn't know what we wanted. So I had originally, I started with something, it said Lakeville Farmers Market established 2020, and I had a chicken,
Basically
and
checking.
then that's like as far as I got, because I
The
didn't know
date
what,
set.
It's done.
yeah, because I didn't know what anybody else would
I
want.
know. That's a good idea.
So-
I think some vegetables.
You know, some vegetables.
I think
or
we
something.
didn't have a
Okay.
meeting in July.
Because then I got Photoshop
Probably
for my
not.
business, so I'm like, oh, I could just
Oh, yeah,
play
that'd be
with
great.
that.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Since nobody else is listening to me, I'll go with you in vegetables.
No, that's,
That's a good idea.
that's, these are the ones that I did.
okay, that's fine. That's enough. Thank you.
Because I was like, if we have the website, we're gonna have to have at least a little
Absolutely.
logo up there.
I kinda,
Yeah, I think we should, absolutely.
I did create a logo, because we got invited to, like, you know, the different events that were going on, and I wanted to create a banner that went up in front of the table.
Okay.
Basically, it's just an old antique plow,
Oh, I
but-
like that.
Yeah, I can bring it in and we can go from there.
Okay,
That's a good idea.
all right,
And we work off of that.
all right. Because, I know we have to have signs and all that, so then I was like, what could we put? So do you want me to put the established in 2020? Don't give me that look.
It's been established longer than that.
Has it?
Yeah, when was it?
No, the
established?
farmer's market, for the farmer's
Oh,
market.
the farmer's market.
Yeah, for the
Oh, I
farmer's
thought you meant
market.
the Ag Commission.
No. Because I'll stick with the antique tractor.
Well, that old plow plowed up the land that everything got planted in.
Yeah. Actually, if you go to our Facebook page,
Yeah, is it on the Facebook page?
it's on the Facebook page, the
Okay.
the logo itself.
Oh, all right,
So you can take a look and see what it is.
okay.
I scanned it. The problem is that the logo itself, the picture itself wasn't that high of a resolution. So it kind of ran into problems with shading, being blocky and stuff like that, but, it is what it is. We can change it, we can improve it, we can add to it. We can bring that to the next meeting.
Okay. Because I have the Photoshop that I'm trying to figure out for my business, so I figure I would just play around with that.
Right. Right, anything else?
I think so.
Good.
All right, anyone make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
I'm half asleep, I'm sorry.
Second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.